Okay. Do you have any question from me? Am I audible? You guys can hear me as well, at least, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Okay. Actually, I have a question.
Sure. Right.
So it's about the assignment. So for the bash, I know you mentioned about the bash profile, the alternative bash profile. So like, how does that really work? Do you have to set an environment once everything is done, or like it just reads it automatically?
You need to set the environment only with that batch profile you will create. Okay, and later on you can switch from one software to another one. You don't need to set the batch profile environment again. You just need to type the software version, and the issue will get resolved. Okay, let me show you an example.
And so I guess with that one, there is no, and also right now as we are configuring for the assignment, is there a default bash profile that is going to read if we don't set a bash profile?
The default one will always be there. If you guys check, you will see that it's already there.
Okay. So would that be the first one?
Yes, that one is always the first one. So it's always there.
So the first one that you create, the first one that you install.
You guys log into your server. You did not see a batch profile there already named batch profile?
Yes, but it was empty.
Yeah, that one is the GPU. You can use it for any software. You can use it for the 11 or 12 if you want to. So.
No, I understand what I'm trying to say, because like I know when we configure the 12C, you said that if you don't set the batch profile, it's going to read the 11G. So now that we are
no, it's going to read that one. That one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to read the batch profile name dot batch profile. That's the one it's going to read. So it's going to, if you don't, whatever you don't set the environment, you don't set the environment, this is the one that will be read. I don't know what you will put inside. Even if you want to put 10G, 11G, or 12C, or 11.201 or 11.203, it's up to you. Whatever binaries you put here, this one will be read.
Do you have to put anything in there?
You don't have to. It's not mandatory. You can create yours separately from this.
Okay.
So coming to the alternate batch profile, that is another option. Okay, some people may use it, some people not. So with the alternative batch profile, this is just a sample. Okay, you see that we have version in blocks. So for instance, this block, okay, this student did not do it well. Let's assume you have two software. Okay, you have maybe one software here, this block. You can add other software. You can do the same thing. You add another block for 11, 12. Now, if you want to log into, this is a separate one, for instance. So let's assume you want to log into this first one, to the 10, this one. First of all, you need to set, environment with the alternative batch profile. Now, if you want to jump into any version, you just boot this one like this. Okay, so if I do env grep, that it will show me the 10201. if I want to jump to this one, I just need to do like this. Command. You see now it's 10:04. So I don't need to be setting the batch profile every time. I just need to type the version, whatever I put here as a function. I just type it like this, and I will log in immediately in that environment. That's the only thing it does.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Okay.
So you call it BAT alternative.
Can you come again, please?
You how do you call it? BAT
Alternative batch profile. You have alternative functions. These are functions. These are functions you create. And you just have to make sure that you open the bracket, you close. And the remaining part is what you guys know. Put this one inside. For each of them, you do that. And this part is commonly used by all of them. So you don't need to create this part multiple times. But the remaining one, when you come to the binaries, Oracle, home, host name, all the stuff, you put them in the blocks. Yeah, you can use them as many as you want. So it will makes it you having only one batch profile at the OS level. Okay, you will not have all this batch profile, and you will not need to be switching to be typing .batch profile every time, right? You may just keep one batch profile, and this batch profile you add everything in that batch profile, and that will make things things way easier for you if yeah. So that's how some people can handle this.
Sir. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes. What about doing upgrade? Do you update edit your batch profile?
Yes, for the upgrade you can do the same thing, right? For the upgrade you can do the same thing. You can install all the software and all of them in your batch profile. You already have to set up everything in the batch profile. So if you want to switch to 11.03, you just type as you see here 11.03. If you want to switch to 12, you just type 12c.
So sir, I faced a scenario when I was upgrading, where I was able to do the upgrade, but before taking the upgrade, I did a backup, right? And after the upgrade, I tried the upgrade, it worked, but I went and deleted my live location, thinking I was deleting my backup. Meanwhile, the backup I took had the information of the old database, of the version of the old database. So in that case, what would you advise me to do?
I cannot discuss about something we haven't done yet, right? So I will answer those type of questions when we get to the level of upgrade. When some people, okay, I will know that at least some groups started working on it already. So maybe you took some steps ahead. It's okay, but I don't want to bring a concept when some people are still not even trying to understand what is even patching yet. I don't want to go out to move ahead of things, basically. So if you can be patient, it's good. If you cannot, that's so you can ask the same question again Monday or Wednesday, and I will now tell you what I think about it. Okay. So let's move together on some stuff. Okay. Okay. So any question on PowerPoint? Anything on upgrade before I jump to patching? Okay. So today we are going to cover patching, and after that I will show you guys how to download the patch from Oracle support. And later on, I will come and round up the PowerPoint. So because at the end of the PowerPoint, we have a general approach on how to the steps of patching. And anyway, what you guys need to know for patching, no matter which method you are using. So we start with the patching, and then we will go to Oracle support. I think with the evening class, I may need to show you how it looks like. Okay. So please feel free to be asking me any question. Okay. Any you have a doubt on whatever I'm saying, just let me know. Okay. So basically last class we explained upgrade. Okay. I explained what upgrade is all about. And I provided some reasons. Okay. Can push the company to upgrade the database from one version to another one. So today talk about the purpose of patching. What is patching about? What is it? Okay. Why do we patch? And some tools you can use to patch. Basically, you guys could be working more on patching than upgrade, because within a year you can find yourself patching databases multiple times. So that is something you'll be doing more frequently than upgrading. Okay, more frequently. You will not work for a company for a year or two without having to patch, unless you are not a DBA, right? Unless you are working there as something else. But this is something you will always be exposed to, okay, when in your daily activities. You can be patching monthly or every 2 months, or sometimes, yeah, every 2 months or 3 months. So that's something you'll be doing, okay? And some companies develop their own way of patching, okay? So you will have some companies who are using different tools than others, okay? Like for instance, we have some tools, a tool that is developed by HP. And HP, they use that to patch. It helps them to, to easily patch databases. Let me tell you why are they doing it? Because if you want to use the regular OPatch, the one I'll be teaching you guys, because even Oracle developed another one. I think you want before, a lot of people, even now, some people use a lot OPatch utility. But what the issue is that Oracle releases the patches. I will talk about it. I'll throw more light on it later. Oracle releases security patches quarterly, so every 3 months. And you will hardly see a company applying every single patch released by Oracle. That is just because, the downtime, if they are dealing with multiple databases, the downtime, administrative stuff, maybe they may not patch, okay? They will not apply all the patches released by Oracle. So you may find some company applying one of them or two, sometimes two maximum with the OPatch utility. But the good news is that most of the time, those patches are cumulative. What does it mean? It means that if you have maybe January patch, you missed to apply the January patch, you can apply the April patch, and whatever you did not apply on January will come in April, and yeah, and you're good. So most of them are cumulative. So yes, you can apply them once or twice a year, depending on the company policy. Okay. And to apply a patch, you need a support account. You need license. Okay. It's not free. So you will get it from Oracle support. You cannot get it from anywhere else. You cannot get it from any other website than Oracle support. So that's where you can download the patch, and that's where you can also get the documentation, in order to, the documentation on how to apply those patches. As I was saying, we have multiple tools, okay, available for patching. Some company will develop, their own tool, okay, and some of them we use existing tools provided by, Oracle or provided by any other vendor. Oracle also has the OPatch, but also has some enhancement with OEM, the agency, when you can patch multiple home at the same time. So it makes the job very, very easy for the GBA. So myself, that's not what I use at Oracle, because I patch Exadata. I don't patch Oracle databases. So that's not something I'm exposed to. That tool, right? I'm not using it frequently, like a regular GBA be using every day. But we have some tools that I use now to speed up, patching operations. So today we'll be talking about OPatch. Okay. OPatch is also highly used, both on single instance and rack. So we talking Hack is the last project we're talking about, but today we throw more light on OPatch utility, how it works. I will go to Canvas and I will show you, the document you guys may use in order to apply patches, successfully. Okay. All right. Oh, why are people coming out? Okay, some people are getting disconnected every time. Okay, so why do we apply patches? Okay, we have multiple reasons of applying patches. Okay, one of the first reasons is that you can apply patches, while upgrading, because you are upgrading the database. Let's assume that your company picks up, your company uses a particular method of upgrading a database. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, let's assume that in your company you are working, you are using a GBUA or manual script in order to upgrade databases, and we are trying to upgrade from 11.203 to 12C. Sorry, let's even take from 10G to 12C, right? Or from 11G to 18C. Okay, I will take the example of 10G to 12C. With GBUA or manual, you cannot upgrade database directly from 11G from 10G to 12C like that. So you may need to go from 10G. If you are on 10.201, you may need to go to 10.204 before you jump to 11G, and from 11G you go to 11.204 or 11.203. At 11.203 you apply a patch and you jump to 12C. So why? Because there are some patches that I apply for upgrading purpose. So that what does it mean? It means that you are applying the patch because you are upgrading. So, and it's sometimes part of the documentation. It's sometimes part of the README file. Okay. So if Oracle provide a README file of an upgrade, because if you want to upgrade a database, most people, if they haven't done it yet, it's not advisable to go on Google, right? They will go on Oracle support and they will create a ticket to Oracle support. I will show you guys where we do that. And Oracle support, they can redirect the user. They can give a particular documentation ID, and the user can use the document ID in order to, follow the steps and apply the patch. Okay, that's the README file they will use. So part of that can be that they will say that, for instance, right, that we cannot jump straight from 11.203 to 12C. Okay, between 11.203 and 12C, there's a patch that always has to be applied. Maybe you guys do not have it available in Bronte, but you guys will apply one of the patches that can also be useful before you go to 12C. And I think it's part of the assignment. So now the patch you'll be applying is not because there was an issue, right? It's because you are upgrading. Okay, it's for upgrading purpose, and you will apply that, then you upgrade. So we call that type of patches patches for upgrading purpose recommended by Oracle. Okay, So you apply the patch, then you upgrade. That is one of the first type of patches, patches for upgrading purpose. Another type is patches for security. Okay, you may be applying patches for security purpose. Okay, so let's assume that we all know that we always have to enhance the security of our system. Like the system, like we enhance network security, right? Or system security, we also have to enhance any application security. So we need to enhance the security, okay, of our Oracle databases, and Oracle will be releasing, okay, patches quarterly. So normally, by applying those patches, it can prevent you from from getting into some troubles. So that type of patches, that's what I said. Sometimes you may not apply all of them, right? But it's advisable. In the cloud, Oracle doesn't even give you the choice. Oracle will just tell you that that's how we do when you're in the cloud. Because if something goes wrong, right, you can hold us accountable. I know that each of us will have responsibilities, right? But for me, that won't be good. I don't know if you guys heard a couple of months back, we had some breaches in AWS when some customers' data from Capital One were accessed by hackers. Okay, so maybe you did not, some of you did not pay attention to because your bank account never got affected, or nobody ever asked you something, or maybe you did not get all over the places. But at some point, when you have a breach, now some company, it can affect, some other company. They will say that, oh, maybe that platform is not secure. Maybe AWS is not secure. And you can lose customers just because of that. So you always have to do your own part, right? Before the customer also have to do their own part. So, and for us in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, I don't know, I think even it's valid for other platforms. We schedule patches, and we tell you that you have 14 days to choose which one works for you. So that means within the 14 days, you have to give us, okay, which day you want us to patch your system. If you don't do that, by the day 14, we apply it for you when that patch is released. So let's assume I have a patch that's released, and I give you, I send you a ticket. I send you a notification. I say, okay, we have this patch that's available. We want to patch your system to enhance the security of your system. Okay. So from now onward, you have 14 days in order to tell us the best time that works for you. Our patching just takes 30 minutes, 1 hour. So it's not that long. People can, okay, we just make sure that we can take all your backups, and we make sure that you will not lose your data on your end. So if you don't respond within those 14 days, okay, we are going to patch for you on day number 14. So that is because we want to make sure that whenever we have another security enhancement somewhere, we put it as a form of patch, and we apply on your system to enhance the security. So you can see that the patches can be applied for security purpose, okay? Because you want to enhance security, okay? So that is really about database patches. And also, patches can also be applied for bugs. Another reason, let's assume that you hit errors, you hit a bug, and maybe an internal error, or you hit a bug. That means something you cannot resolve. A bug is basically something wrong with the software. It's not you, the cause of the bug. So once somebody builds a software, right, it can fail. If I build a machine, it's a machine, right? So at some time something can happen to it, right? It can get damaged, and I have to, the one who build the product, to figure out how to fix it, okay? Because I own the product. So that's the same thing with a piece of code, okay? So when they build software, despite the fact that they tested it, before they release it, okay, you can still get into some issues in the future. That's something that can happen, okay, when it comes to patches. So if you get into that error, right, you get into that issue, and you haven't applied the patch, okay, you can go ahead in the Oracle support platform. You have two options, right? Either you raise a ticket for Oracle. The ticket is called service request. Oracle they can redirect you to the exact patch IG, okay, or they can work on your particular issue if there's no patch available for that issue yet. Okay, they will work on it, and that one can take longer than if they will just tell you that, oh, use this IG in order to, okay, to get the exact patch to to fix your bug. So you see that the third one I just said is patches for bug fixes, because you apply it because you want to fix a bug, you want to fix something that you could not fix as DBA at your level, or your team could not fix, you apply that one. Those type of patches, the type of patches when Oracle cannot give you the documentation, right? And they have to work on it. What happens sometime, okay, is that the development team will try to find a temporary issue, a temporary fix. I mean, a temporary workaround. Maybe they will tell you that, okay, change this parameter for now. So whenever you hit that issue, right, you may change an internal parameter. So because we have hidden parameters in the P file, hidden parameters. Whatever you guys see are not hidden, right? We have some hidden parameters in the SP file. So those parameters, in order to change that, an Oracle engineer should recommend you to do that. You can Google, you see that you have to change that parameter, but don't change it until an engineer confirms that you have to change it. So they may find a workaround, a temporary workaround, right? And they will tell you, okay, please do this operation in order to sort out your issue while we are working on developing your patch, okay? While we are working on developing the fix for your issue. So once they do that, now, whenever you hit that particular error, you just do the work, perform the workaround, right? And once the patch is available, they send it to you and you apply it, okay? So that is another way, that is how sometimes they can help customers, okay? So that, their business are not usually impacted by, in case they're having availability or performance issues. And most of the time, and more recently, most of the recent patches, once they are released by Oracle, they also come with performance enhancement. So it means that we are no longer just releasing patches for security or maybe for bug fixes, but we are maybe adding something on top of it. So by applying that patch, maybe you can have, okay, the optimizer performance will improve. That is one of the frequent ones I mostly see, optimizer performance improvement. So you see that the patch can also, okay, we also help to improve the performance of the system, okay? So so far, those are some of the reasons I know why you will find yourself performing patching, okay? You can patch because you're upgrading. You can patch for security purpose. You can patch because you hit a bug or you want to prevent from having a bug. So like that is proactive patch, right? So it's a proactive patch. So you apply it so that you will not hit that bug, okay? Which is a very good option, even though everybody will not do that, right? So you can apply a patch for security, apply a patch for bug fixes, and those patches will mostly come with some performance improvement, okay? So so far everything turns around those three, okay? That's what it's all about, okay? So it means that you don't always have to upgrade in order to patch. You don't always have to patch when you're upgrading, okay? You can stay on 11G without upgrading to 12C, but you still have patches available on 11G for you, okay? But if there's a patch, you hit an issue, and that issue, the patch of that issue, right, is available only on 12C, you may need to upgrade to 12C. But if the patch is available on 11G, you can apply that patch and you're good, right? So so based on what I just explained, right, you guys should understand then now, sometimes patches can go with upgrade, sometimes not. Does it make sense? So sometimes you can patch because you're upgrading, sometimes you're just patching for security or bug fixes. And in Oracle, for Oracle, okay, OPatch utility is the main tool used for patching. OPatch, mainly you will use OPatch when you are doing a single instance, and OPatch Auto when you are dealing with grid infrastructure and rack. So with a grid infrastructure, if the grid infrastructure, okay, is configured, you may mainly use OPatch utility. Because we don't have OEM grid or cloud control, we cannot, we cannot do that. But this is one of the things customers will use a lot because it's way easier for you to patch with OEM than OPatch, okay? And with the OEM 13C even, I forgot that the name is coming and it's going back, but the way of patching has changed because it's very easy. It's way easier for you to patch now than just going one server after another and patch, okay? And it also reduces downtime. So that one is available in Oracle on OEM, okay? When I find the name, I will send it to you guys because I don't know where I put it. When I find it, I will send you, okay? So it's also another option, okay, of patching. So, but at least you guys should know these two, OPatch and OPatch Auto, okay? For the assignment even, that's what you guys will be using, OPatch, okay? Since we are not on rack yet, you guys may not use OPatch Auto now, okay? OEM is a very great tool to ease the patching. So you can go online, Google, just to get an insight of what I'm talking about. Now that what I just explained is here, patching for upgrading purpose. And we also have the second category, patch set update. And among the patch set update, we have critical patch update and patch set updates. Okay, so what happened is this one, once you apply it, is mainly for security. And this second one, when you apply it, it mainly comes with security, okay, and also bug fixes, okay. But what happened is an environment, if you have been applying the CPU, okay, and you want to start applying the PSU now, okay, you want to apply a PSU patch that's released, right? By Oracle, you want to apply it. You cannot apply this one on top of this one like that, just like that, okay? So you have two options. Either you hold back all the CPU patches that were applied on that software version, and you apply the PSU, or you upgrade that database to the next version before you apply the PSU. So let's assume I'm on 11.203 and I want to apply a PS. I've been applying CPU patches on 11.203, okay? And now I want to apply a PSU patch on that same 11.203. So I should hold back all the, one option is to hold back all these and start applying this one, or I move from 11.203 to 11.204 or 11.205, then I started applying this one, okay? About the reverse, I think it worked for the reverse, but I cannot confirm, but I know just this way of patching. So, okay. And as you can see here, most of the time, for both scenario, whenever you apply a patch, most of the time, the fifth digit will be changing. So the fifth digit defined when you apply the patch set update. This one is just an enhancement of CPU. So that's why we're mostly talking about security patches, okay? So it's almost the same thing like this one. You will see what we call bundle patches as on 12C release 2. On 12C release 2 onward, these patches are mostly called release update, okay? So we talk about patch set update and critical patch updates before on 12C release 1 and below. 12.2, 18C, 19C, we're talking mostly about release update and release update revise. So the revision. So because Oracle will be revising, the patches frequently. I will show you guys the revision on the Oracle support platform. So this, when you apply a release update, it does the same thing as you are applying, okay, the PSU or the CPU, because it helps you for security, bug fixes, and also performance improvement. Okay, so but we call it release update 12C onward. 12 release 2. Okay, because 12.1 you will still be applying this one. But 12.2 we talk about release update. Okay, and this type of patches called bundle patches. The bundle patches, okay, many can be used for Windows or Exadata. Okay, and it's also released quarterly. So we'll be seeing this type of patchings, okay, or patches in Oracle platform. What you guys have to know is, you guys should know where to get the patches, okay? You should even know the URL. You guys should know this URL, https support.oracle.com. You should know that URL. Before, my Oracle support was called Metalink, okay? Metalink, but now it's called my Oracle support. So you will see the abbreviation MOS, okay? That is where you can get the patches from, and that's where you can apply patches, okay? From my Oracle support platform. In your environment, some environment, right? Maybe they want to download there if you have an Oracle support account in your environment and apply it yourself. In other environment, someone else will download it for you, stage it somewhere, and you just have to go there and use it and apply it, unzip and apply. So it depends, right? But sometimes in an interview, you can be asked, right? You can ask some questions on this. So if we know, that's good. Okay, anyway, we navigate on this, okay? And you will see that. As I said, right, in order for you to be able to get patches, you need an Oracle support account. That means you need a license. So it's not free, okay? So if you remember, when sometimes you download the software, you install the software, they ask you, the first step is to click on an email and provide your support email. Sometimes we all always uncheck it and say that we don't have an email, and okay, and we skip it, right? We skip that step because we don't have a support email. If we put our email at that level, whenever there's a new patch release, we will get update from that support account. Okay, so that is what we help Oracle to doing the patching. And even when you are applying a patch, Oracle will also ask you the account, the email you register Oracle support with in order to apply the patch, while applying the patch. So you guys will face that while you will be trying. but we will skip it, right? Because we don't have a support account. You know, patches activities. Okay, what happened is what? What really happened is that we patch the software, guys, and we upgrade the database. So if someone asks you to upgrade, it means you are moving a database from one software to another one. If I tell you I'm upgrading, it means that I'm moving my database out of a particular software, and my database will be reading from another software. Example, from 11.201 to 11.203, you guys will be installing different software, okay? One software, 11.201, will reside on its own Oracle home, and will have its own binaries, right? 11.203 will also reside on its own Oracle home, and will also have its own binaries. So whenever I want my database to stop reading 11.201 and start reading 11.203, I will say that I perform an upgrade. Okay, I upgraded my database. So when the database is not reading from the previous version and it's now reading from the new version, we are talking about upgrade. And when you are patching, is that you are patching the software itself now. Okay, so if I am trying to use the OPatch to apply a patch on on 10G, those binaries will be changing. So if it's on 11.201, the binaries of 11.201 will be changing. It's not like it will be another binary will be changing, okay? That one will be changing. So you are updating the home of that software. You're updating the binaries. You're updating, you know, the Oracle component on that software, okay? So that's why after you perform your OPatch utility to patch a software, okay, the next step for you, okay, will be for you to upgrade the database. Okay, so after the patch, what happened is what? Let me take an example. Okay. Okay, let's assume that I want to move, I apply a patch, right? And it brings me from 11.201. When I apply the patch, it goes to 11.203. It moves to 11.233. So it means I apply a patch, right? It changed this digit from 0 to 3. Then you guys will be applying 1. So once I apply this one at a software level, only the software, okay, component will change to 11.203.3. But the database itself will still be on 11.2.0.3.0. Okay, so in order for you to bring the database to this higher version, okay, in order for you to be able to the higher version, you may need to run a script. If you're on 11G, you may need to run, okay, either the cat bundle or SQL script, or you may need to run on the data patch if you're on 12C onward. So you see that the database, in order for the database to go to the same version level as the software, you need as well to run an additional script at the database level. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me show you that one. Okay. Let's assume I want to apply the patch. I will show you guys where these are what you guys will apply. Okay. As I want to apply either of these. Okay. When I'm here, for instance, right? I will apply the patch. We go through the steps later. I will apply the patch using the OPatch utility. And once I'm done using the OPatch apply utility, let's assume I apply the patch. After that is not enough, okay? I need now to go to the database because this is 11G, right? I connect to the database and I run the cat bundle SQL. So this one will also help to update Oracle component, okay, to that version, okay? So that is what I'm talking about. So the O patch is not enough. In order to bring a database at the same level, you may also need to use the cat bundle. Since you guys are on 11G, right? But if you guys were on 12C, you use the data patch verbose. Okay. I think it's data patch verbose. Data patch verbose. Like this. Okay, you will run this on SQL. When you connect to SQL, you run this script. Both are located on RDBMS admin. Okay, so once you run this script, you will bring your software, the database at the same version as well. So okay. So let's also not forget that the OPatch utility by default, right? You have it available under Oracle Home. If you go under Oracle Home, you will see the OPatch directory. It's there. Whenever you install the software, it comes with that. But Oracle also recommends and advises you to be using, the latest patches, the latest OPatch utility. So you may download the OPatch from Oracle support, okay? The latest OPatch utility from Oracle support, or you can also use this one. It's fine, but Oracle recommends you to use the latest, the latest patch, the latest OPatch utility. And for a rack environment, you can patch a data guard. Okay, you can patch a data guard environment. And in that scenario, you need to patch the primary and the standby, starting with the standby first before you come to the primary. And you can also patch, a rack environment. We're talking about it. You can also patch application. You can also patch Golden Gate. You can patch a lot of stuff. Okay, you can patch every software. We patch every software. Okay, but since for the sake of this project, you guys will be patching only Oracle software, right? Databases. You will not patch anything else. So also you may need to know these numbers when you apply a patch PSU. What are you expecting to change? Okay, like when you guys are on 11G, you know this one is the first one. 12C. This release number, okay, is different on 18C and 19C, okay, because the way it is now on 18C it becomes different. You no longer have 4 or 5 digits, okay. On 18C you have 3 digits, 18.1. Okay, you can have 18.1.0, 18.1.2, 18.1. So you have 3 digits and it's different now. Okay, you have one that is a year, another one that is the patch and something like that, and the other one that is a revision. So but for anything that is before 18C, you guys are familiar with 4 digits, okay? But you may have a 5th one whenever you are applying patches, okay? This one should be changing whenever you perform maintenance update. So the second digit is when you guys are talking about 11G release 1, 11G release 2, okay? So this is what is the release number. So if I said 12C release 1, this is release 1. If I said 12C release 2, there is no release 3, okay? You just have release 1, release 2, okay? And most of the time, we have some stuff that you can find on release 2 that are not available on release 1, okay? So if I have 11G release 1, 11G release 2, we always have some enhancement that we are on 11 release 2 that we don't have on 11G release 1, okay? So when you guys hear about release, it's this one, the second digit. The third digit will never change because it will change at the level of the application. So for you guys GBA, unless you are working on applications, you will never see this digit changing. It will always stay 0. For you, it will always be 0. Okay. So, but for the applications, whenever they are patching or doing their stuff, this one will be changing. That's why you will hardly see if the application version is using the same, this Oracle version, for instance, right? You will see something like 12.1.1.1, 12.1.2. You see? So this one will be changing on their end. But for you, it doesn't change. You always stay 0 for you, all from 9I, whatever, all the way till 12C. Because on 18th, the naming convention changes. The fourth one, the 4th digit, okay, can also be changing, okay, and that's why you can see 1123, 1124. Those are just, also some component release number, and that it also makes the difference at some point. Also make a difference at some point, okay, between software. Let me mute everybody. So this digit will be changing, like you guys can see 1123, 1124. Okay, so we mostly talk about it because whenever you are patching for upgrading purpose, right? Or whenever you are, for instance, you want to move from 1101 to 12C, right? You may need to jump from 1101 to 1124 first, right? Before you can jump on to 12C. So that means that version will be the intermediate between 1101 and 12C. Okay, so that is also valid if I'm saying from 12.101 and 12.02. So if you want to jump maybe from 12.1.0.1 to 12.2.0.1, maybe you may need to get you an intermediate version before you can jump to the highest one. Okay, so this digit will be changing for upgrading purpose, and the last one will be changing most of the time when you are applying, patches, critical patch, or patch security update. This one will be changing frequently. Okay, like you can see if you apply a bundle patch or a PSU patch, you will see, like the one on Canvas, right? You will see that the patch will help you to move from 11.203 to 11.203.14. Okay, so this is the 5th digit. So the 5th digit will be changing. Okay, so sometimes when you apply CPU patches, it affects the 5th digit. Okay, so you guys may need to know this because sometimes it can be asked. Okay, that's why I put this slide here. All right. When I'm jumping to Oracle support, if there's any question, let me know. So, as I said, right, jump to support is support.oracle.com. You guys should know this URL. Even in an interview, you should know the link, support.oracle.com. In a company, right, not everybody will have a support account. Okay. Sometimes the lead DBA may have the account, or you may also have the account. It's possible. Okay. So, if you don't have an account, you can sometimes get the account from your lead, especially if he wants you to download a patch, or maybe he wants you to raise a ticket for Oracle support. He may provide you the credential, you can do it. Okay. So, but don't think that is something that everybody should always have in an environment. Some people do not. Okay. So this is how the page will look like. It changes frequently. Okay. Today is 2020. On 2021 or 2022, it can change. Okay. So don't expect the page to have the same design like this. It wasn't like this before. Now this is a new design. What matters is only the way you log in. Okay. So you will see a button here, log into my Oracle support. Okay. The account your account should have been registered already. Okay. And I'm connecting us because I am a Oracle user. So if you're working for another company, your company name can be here. Okay. That is something. You may need the password they created for you. And the PIN, Okay, this is both a third-party security. Okay, so. One second. One second. Oh God. Okay. All right. So this is how you look like. Okay. This is how the page look like, the entry page. We have multiple tabs. Okay. You have the entry, the dashboard, where you have everything. Okay. This one is where you can look for anything you want. It can be document, okay, or anything. Your searches can be done. You can see whatever you recently performed. I did this one because in the morning I did it for the morning class. Okay. The recent search, every favorite article can be here. So any error you have, right, you can type it here. Any error you can think of. Okay. Type an error. You see that it's even giving me options already. Okay. So if I type this error, okay, and it will maybe Oracle support is having issues now. Or sometimes I can refresh it, sometimes it works. So maybe it's due to what can be the cause of this stuff. Let's see. Let me refresh it and see. Normally it should be fast, right? So okay. So for instance, I type at the error. Okay, I can type the entire error, okay? Let's type an error you guys are familiar with. Okay. And I type 01555. You guys can see here. Why on database page? This is the one, okay? You can type even the entire one, snapshot tool. When you come here, it will give you. These people are changing this stuff every day. That's what I don't. Okay. Okay. They give you, the cause, what could have caused it. Snapshot tool, for instance, right? They say that the cause is what? That this is one of the cause. If maybe flashback is not available, okay? Sometimes you can have it on database page is also small, okay? But this is the major cause of it that they are giving, and they can provide fixes, right? They will tell you, you may need to adjust the undo retention, or the table space is too small. So that means you may need to increase the undo table space size. They will give you the fixes here, okay? You want more information, you click on the link, it will bring you to more information. So that is what you guys can have on knowledge, or the dashboard of knowledge, the same thing, okay? You guys, the different, you see there's almost no difference between the dashboard because you can still research what you're looking for here. Okay. So any research can type. Some people, if you want to upgrade, they will come and type it here first. If you know the method you want to use, you may try to, put those methods. Yeah. You can provide this documentation as general documentation available for anyone. But this one is that this page is what is dedicated to Oracle. So you may find, if you are not able to find it here, right? So you can click on more. You will see more items, okay? So if the method you want to use, okay, is not here, then you can see here, upgrade or downgrade assistant, Oracle database, and client. So let's assume you want more. You see, you can still go to more. So in case you're having a hard time, right? You can see here that complete checklist for upgrading to Oracle 18c. Okay. If you're having a hard time to find what you're looking for, it's okay. So you can see here some problem people face when upgrading. But most of the time you can come here to get the document. If the document is you're having a hard time to find document, okay, no worries. You come, you will create a service request to Oracle support. I advise you guys to watch technical service request with Oracle support. Just type it and watch some 1 or 2 videos here. Why am I asking you guys to do that? Because as an internal to Oracle, I don't create service requests, okay? Because I already know the developer team. So I know already which team I have to contact. So I can just drop them an email, okay? So that's why why they were creating my profile, there is no need for them to give me this privilege, okay? Because I will never read a service request here. So if I needed this one, I will ask them, okay? So I don't really need it. But what happened is I want you guys to watch the video so that you will see this option will be enabled for you. Okay, this option you will see how it's enabled for people and they can create a service request on this tab. And basically the step that you guys will see there will be very easy for you to understand because in order to create a service request, you need to know, okay, what type of issue you are facing. Is it an installation issue? Is it an error you faced? You also have to know your operating system, right? So you have to know in which operating system you are working on because it's very important. That's why don't just go on Google and just see someone who fixed an issue and just implement on the database, right? Because you don't know on which platform he ran that script. Okay, so that's why when you are running a service request, Oracle will show you exactly. Okay, you have to choose exactly where you want to apply. Okay, in which operating system the operating system you are dealing with. You have to choose that. And one of the steps afterward will be that for you to, upload the logs. Because you get to a level when if you are dealing with, for instance, a listener issue, right? A listener, like that means you are having TNS connection issues. Maybe people cannot connect and you could not solve it. Now, at that level, because it's a listener issue, Oracle may ask you to upload the listener logs, the alert log, and maybe you are chainless name.order file. Okay, so you see that based on the issue, Oracle will ask you a certain type of logs to provide, and you will send a service request, and someone will get back to you. Now they will get back to you based on how urgent the issue is. So they will judge it in form of severity. So normally, if it was possible, you will see severity here, you will see numbers here, okay, because it's not enabled. So you will see here that operating system product version. So the severity now tells the engineer, the support engineer, how urgent the issue is. Okay. So if the availability of the service, if the availability, we have availability issues, like people cannot access the database, or a database down, or a database hanging, okay, that's a huge impact, right? In that scenario, you will create a highly severe ticket, right? A severity 1 ticket. So severity 1 is the most severe ticket. So it's the most severe for critical issues. And whenever you create those type of ticket, you have 24 hours for someone to reach out to you. Okay, and they will even ask you what time works best for you in order for them to call you over the phone if there's a need to. Okay, so that is maybe for severity 1. Now for other severities like severity 2, 3, 4, now in that scenario they can take hours, they can take days, they can take even weeks. Okay, some people they will even take more than a month to reply, because maybe either they are working on developing the fix for your issue. That is the main reason, because they don't have the fix for your issue yet. Maybe for that bug they don't have it yet available, and they are working, but most of the time they provide you a temporary fix. If they do, right, they'll give you a temporary fix while they're developing the permanent fix. So you will just read the service request, as I said, right, and someone will reach out to you, and okay, a chat window will be open at this level. A chat window will be open somewhere where you guys can communicate, because it's not my Oracle support, my Oracle computer. I will show you how a chat look like. So but that one doesn't matter, right? Once you run a service request, it will be open. Once an engineer picks up the ticket, he or she assign the ticket to himself or herself, and you will see now who owns the ticket. And the person will contact you directly through Oracle support. Okay, first, that's where they contact you. They will send you, tell you, okay, they can even ask you to run script, to do stuff. You would go and try the fix. If the fix works, that's good. They will close the ticket. If the fix doesn't work, okay, they will try to escalate it, right? Make it more urgent, and they can even get into a Zoom meeting with you or a WebEx meeting in order to see your screen, right? To see your screen, and sometimes they can even take control over your mouse and do that by themselves while you are watching, okay? Because you'll be the one to log into the server, right? Because they don't have access to your server. So they need to perform remote access, so in order to resolve your issue. So that means for any issue you're having that you cannot resolve, if you want any step to patch that you don't have, maybe you want to upgrade, or you want to do a migration, Oracle, or Oracle SQL Server even, you want to migrate a database from Linux to Microsoft Windows, you may need to come here and get the steps. So you will need to create a service request, and they will provide you the documentation that can help you in order to perform the task. So it's a very useful resource, okay? So if in your environment you have it, please make sure that you come here frequently. The next tab is what we will be using for patches. That's where we get our patches from this tab. I will come back. The next tab is for community. So community is a group of people who have a support account, and the community, is it can be application, it can be database, anything. So in that scenario, you can join the chat, okay? You can join the chat in order to join the forum, okay? So if it's an application, you will select the application, okay? If you are dealing with PeopleSoft, you are dealing with Oracle Commerce, you are dealing with e-business, okay? The forum, you will choose it and you can join the forum, okay? Where you find a lot of people and they can be discussing. You post your issue, right? And people will reply. Ask a question, right? Like you guys see Ask Tom, okay? This is basically another place that works like Ask Tom. So you ask the question here, and any question related to like Oracle support, to PeopleSoft, a lot of thousands of people are here. So someone can reach out to you and provide some help. So on anything, right? You guys can notice on anything, you can do that. Infrastructure, can do that. Oracle database, okay? You see here Oracle database. You see database categories. Is it RAC? Is it database administration? Okay, you click on the category. Okay, and you see here that you speak in multiple languages here. You can also ask your question. Okay, and if someone is available, you will see those who answer. If it's answered, you will see your answer, right? This is a data guide error. You see here, it shows answer. So you click on it, it will provide you the answers, right? How these people help you to fix this issue? Who help you? This could have been the fix, okay? This could have been the fix of that issue. Maybe this one, maybe somewhere else. So myself, I don't come here, okay? Because if I have issues, I know where to get the fix. We have service request ticket sometime, right? We have service request ticket sometime, but we don't have time to be coming to the community, okay? You may have this one, but you almost never even have the chance to come and be working on community stuff. So yeah, so that is another option for you to join in another community that's working on the same thing like you, okay? Apart from this, I haven't gone through other stuff. Certification, I don't even know what it's about. Maybe it's related to certification, maybe training for certification. That's another tab. And I don't come here for my certifications. Cloud stuff, all this other stuff, okay? I don't even know what they do, okay? Maybe the day you have a chance, you will navigate. So I play around with only these three. That's what I mostly care about. Knowledge, if I want to search an issue. Service request, I don't even write service request, okay? But that's what you gotta be using. And patches and update. This is the main part. This is what we'll be doing today, and I'll be showing you how the steps to take in order to download the patch. So the first step to download the patch was to log into Oracle Support. You come here, the next step is to go to patches and update. Once you are here, right, you will see here critical patch update and security. This is the one, you click on it, open a page like this. This page, I don't know. I think you guys can access that. Try, right? Try as I'm putting on the chat. At least, I think you guys can access this one. Once you get to this page, it will give you some instruction, right? It will give you what is this page all about, right? You can see it's about a lot of stuff, but you care mostly about critical patch update. So you see that patches are released quarterly, as I said, right? January. The next patch that will be released will be on October 20th. You have next is January 2021. April 2021, July 2021. These 4 months are the month when the patches are released. No other month than this. Oracle releases patches January, April, July, October. This one may change, right? The day, but the month will never change. And once we get here now, there's another table that follows. This one will give you the patches that were released since 2015. If you want to apply, that's something that is before that, you click, it will show you whatever was before 2015. So you can see here that we have critical patches. The latest one, that's October 2020, is pre-released, but it's not available. The one from July is already available. The one from April is there, January. So what you see here, right? Go is descending, right? From the most recent to the old one, to the oldest one. The other column is the latest version or the latest revision, because patches are revised sometime. So we can make some improvement on patches, and it gives you the date of the latest revision. Let's assume that this one was released on July 2020, right? But you can see here that the last time this patch was revised was the October 31st. And it was the 7th time. So the revision number 7. Okay. So you can see that this one got revised 11 times, 11 revision. The latest one was July 20, the 20th of July. Why it was released on April, right? But the latest revision was July. So that means the person who applied the patch on April, right? And the person who applied the patch on July, this one has the latest revision. So maybe this one we need to perform update later. Okay, so these are revision column. Okay. Yeah. So now, depending on what, just assume you have a ticket and Oracle, maybe, or your company even told you to download or apply January 2020 or any other one. So you just come here and click on the one you need. Let's take October 2019. And we give you overview, another book, okay, explaining what it's all about, the background, okay. You can see here, right, security vulnerabilities, okay, it's cumulative, right? So cumulative, it means that if you apply this October 2019, right, it means that July 2019, April 2019, January 2019, all of them will be cumulated in this one. So that's why they say they are cumulative, okay? And you can get more information here. I think that link I sent to you guys, you can click and get to this level. So now, because this one is just a public document, at this level is still public, okay? At this level, you don't need a support account to see this detail. Now, this October 2019 patch is not applied only on databases, okay? It's also applicable for it's also applied on applications. I see you can apply on Enterprise Manager for Exadata. You can apply for some tools, support tool, okay, systems, application, middleware, okay. We have these are applications. Hyperion, these are applications. E-business, Fusion, database. This is the one you guys will be choosing as DBA if you want to apply on. We'll see here. So database server, right? Want to apply on database server, Oracle E-business, Enterprise Repository. So yes, these are what we will be applying, okay? So you may need to click on, if you want it to take effect on the database, you will choose database, next. Now this one needs a support account because you saw that it brought me back to support.oracle.com, okay? Now it gives me now an overview about this patch. It gives me the documentation ID. So it means that having a support account, Oracle may even, if you want to apply a patch, you have a service request, Oracle may give you the documentation ID directly, okay, or the patch ID. in order for you to apply it. And it will give you which on what is applicable on. It tell you that applicable on Enterprise Edition 11.204 on Editor. It means that you cannot apply this patch on any version less than this one, less than 11.204. You can also apply this patch on, you cannot apply it on cloud services, but you can apply this patch on web servers. You can apply this patch on Exadata. Okay, let me see. Generation 1 Exadata Cloud as customer. No, you cannot. You cannot apply on Exadata Cloud machine. You cannot apply on Exadata Cloud services. Okay, these are almost the same concept. Cloud at customer and cloud services. Okay, so you see that this patch is valid only for WebLogic servers and database servers, Oracle databases. So you should read this part before you apply. And it gives you, okay. Now below, because this one is applicable from database and middleware, okay. So you may, depending on what you want to patch, right? If you want to patch Enterprise Manager, you may need to click on Enterprise Manager. If you want to patch a middleware, if you want to patch a database, you may need to click on a database. But this is an overview, okay? You have time, in this scenario, for those who have time, they may need to read this to understand what this terminology means, okay? They are defining what is patches, giving basic details for those who don't know, okay? You can go through that, read, but you guys cannot read this one, right? So that's why I just jump into it. I'll just move to the next because you guys don't have access to this platform. So it'll be useless for me to waste time explaining this. So once you get to this level, you just keep on going to Oracle databases. And on Oracle databases, even we still have other tools attached to Oracle databases. We have application, we have big data, we have Oracle database, we have Oracle Golden Gate, we have Veridata. Okay, there are some things I don't know here, right? So, depending on what we want to apply again, you may click on Oracle database because we want to apply an Oracle database. You bring me now to the versions. So you see now that we have 11.204, 11, 12.102, 12.1, 18, 19. So which version you want to apply on, you choose the version you are dealing with now. And we give you a table like this. This is from this table, that's where you will see patch IDs. Okay, that's where you will see patch IDs. So, and if we differentiate, okay, you will see here, for instance, right, the comment regarding this one. For instance, I say that OGVMN PSU patch are not rack, rolling, and installable. So this one means, okay, when we get to rack, I will talk about what is non-rolling and rolling. Okay. So, and another one, this one, yeah. Okay. So you will see here now the different IDs of what you want to apply. You want OGVM patches for Oracle Java Virtual Machine, and you give you, it's a PSU you want to apply, and you give it a version of the PSU. If you pay attention, there's a lot of digits here, okay? This is a date, day, month, year, okay? So this is 19th of October, 2015. That is the latest day when it was updated, okay? So most of the time, they use this naming convention for, for patches as well. So you want to apply PSU okay, this patch is available for OGVM and database as well. So that means if you want to patch your Java jobs and on Oracle at the same time, you may need this patch. Okay. If you want to okay, this one is for rack. Okay, so if you want to apply Java and grid infrastructure, not only rack, because grid infrastructure can be installed on single instance as well. Okay, we explain that later. You can apply this one. So if you have a grid infrastructure is a software that you install on top of Oracle software. So your server will have Oracle software and another software called the grid infrastructure. You guys will install it on rack, the last project. This one is another one for proactive. So if you are trying to apply a proactive patch, we need to do this one, right? So it's a patch you are trying to apply, okay? So, it will help you to prevent some issues, okay? And you may need to apply this one on Windows as well, right? And apply this one on Windows. On Windows, you will apply this one, bundle patches. This one is for Exadata, full stack. Okay, you are doing Exadata, you may apply this one, this bundle patch. And supercluster, you may also use this one for Solaris, not even for Linux. Exadata is Linux, so that's why they did not need to specify. If you see Unix, okay, Linux is part of Unix, okay. So Linux is like a subset of Unix. So if you see Unix, it's applicable for Linux. So let's assume I want to apply, this patch for Java and database. You have to click on this link. Okay. Once you click on it, you are still under support. Now, this is what makes it also interesting. Now you need to you have to specify which platform you are dealing with. Are you on? You see the patch ID is the same. Okay. Are you using Linux? Are you using HPUX? Are you using you see here, right? Superset, right? Superseded. Okay, because we had Unix, but these are subset of Unix. So these are subset of Unix. So under Unix, you may use Linux, HPUX, Solaris, IBM, this other Solaris, okay, Solaris Spark, and IBM iX on iX server. So for you guys, for instance, right, you see the last time it was updated, you see the size of the patch. There are some commands you need to run in order to, to make sure that your system can stage this patch. So if you are Linux, you will click on it and it will bring you to the page. Just wait, okay? Now it brought me to this page. I'm on Linux, right? It now say, where is Linux? Linux. Okay, right here. So this is on Linux. So what's interesting is that it will give you all the bugs it's going to fix. So by applying this one, either it will prevent you from having this bug, or if you already hit the bug, it will come and resolve it for you. Okay. So let's assume you hit a bug, name bug, whatever, Oracle name that bug, this number. By applying this patch, we'll fix that bug for you and can also prevent you from having other bugs. And next, on the right, you will see the README file and the download button. Okay. So see here, you can download, discuss this patch in the community if you want to. If you want to, maybe you forgot it was a mistake on the platform, you can still come here and update. It's still flexible. You click on the README file. Now the README file will tell you, we give you all the details regarding the patch. So I will send this README file to you guys. Use your Oracle account, the one you use to take the OCA or whatever, and open and save this one, okay? I know that in Bronte, we also have a README file you guys will use, but this is how a README file will be, okay? So this README file will explain to you how to apply this patch, okay? It explain to you how to apply this patch. So, if you want to download it, see here, you click on include prerequisite. You click on this one, you will download it on my laptop, okay? But I don't want to stage 1.4 gigabyte in my laptop why I'm not even going to use it. So just click here to download, okay? But the README file is here, available, okay? And try to open it, guys. Let's see. Who is writing on my screen? Try to open it, okay? And see if you guys can open it while I'm here. Because I want you may need to go ahead and read it, okay? Just to have, to see how a README file for the patch looks like. Not just going on Google and just, getting whatever you see there and just apply. But a README file will always walk you through the prerequisite, okay? And even if you don't use it, but it will really help you to apply. That's even what is recommended to use. So can you guys open it?
Wait, which one? This page?
Yes, I sent you the link.
Yes, I was able to.
Very good. Okay. So save it as a link. Now in the future, you'll be exposed to similar thing. So even on the server, I will show you guys, okay, where you can also get the README file of the patch you guys be applying. So so it's a very big file, okay, very big file, and it will tell you, we show you. Hey, this is not the one. No, it's not this one I wanted to get. No. This is combo patch. Oh, no. Sorry, this is not the one I wanted to show you. I don't want you. I want this one, the proactive. Better. The proactive will give you all the steps. That one, nah. Linux. Okay, I will send you this one. This is the one I wanted you guys to have, because I think this one. See the one even? Let me check that. Oh, this one is just for Java. Yeah, that's what I see. Just for Java. But it's not for database. That's why you are not seeing, things very familiar to you here. Okay, let me get an Oracle patch. You can be applying this one, but let me show you, Oracle related patch, not just combo patches. All these are combo. Okay, yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. Why do I even? These are combo patches. These are just for Java. This is what I wanted us to see. Database, PSU. I don't know why I went there. Okay. For database PSU, you click on the platform again, right? README file. All right, this is the one I'm talking about. Good. Yeah. So this is the one I want you guys to have as well. Okay. Put the link on the chat. Yeah, you can discard the other one you want to, but this is the one I want you guys to open. Once you open it, let me know if you can open it.
Yes, it's good.
All right. Good. So this is what I wanted you to see, because this one also, it gives you everything, all details. Okay. As we say, right? Starting from 2016, this digit will give you the date format. The fifth one, whenever you apply a patch, you give the date. So that means this is the date when it was released, the revision, right? Like this one is it was revised 19 of October 2015. That's the format. Day, month, year. Okay. So if it's revised on after that, you will see a change here. So that will help users to easily, identify the the latest release. So you can see here that these are the whatever is explained on this document. I will not go through all of them one by one. We can see here that you have prerequisite, installation, and you always have a holdback plan. Because what? Whatever you'll be doing in an environment, again, that's even a recommend and advice. If you see that you have to change something in production, it's true that most of the time in an environment, you will have to create a service, a change request, okay? So we have to raise a request so that the application team can approve before you perform a change on the database. So if you want to create a user or want to grant a privilege, sometimes you may need to create, or depending on the environment, right? Because some environment as DBA already, some of them you may not, okay? In the low environment, you may not create a change request ticket if you are creating on a dev environment. Whenever it comes to the production, before you do anything, most of the time, you'll be creating change request, okay? Because we want to keep track of what people are doing on the production. We don't want anyone to abuse, okay, because you have administrative privilege, you're abusing, okay? You abuse on it. So you will create a request and you perform your change, right? And before they approve that, for some type of changes, right? Before they approve it, they always want to check a holdback plan. So if that change doesn't work, how will you hold back? Okay, how fast can you hold back? Because that is what we do, not just for changes, but even for upgrade or migration. If I want to upgrade to a 12C, in case it doesn't work, how can I easily hold back? That is part of the planning phase. If you want to migrate from Oracle to Microsoft SQL Server, or I want to migrate from whatever database to the cloud, okay, we always have to prepare a holdback plan, well documented and well explained to the application team, so that they can also see how they can hold back everything on their end, how they can disconnect their applications and reconnect back to the old database. So that those are part of what we call the migration procedure. Okay, it goes all the way from the POC to the cutover. So so meaning that you will check prerequisite first. Prerequisite could be, make sure that, you can see here that you can download the latest OPATch utility, as I said, right? Recommended by Oracle, right from here. Other prerequisite will be that maybe you need to, install that OPATch you downloaded. You can see here, they are detailed. They give some prerequisite, okay? The other prerequisite is to check conflict, what is important for us here. you check conflict. If it's conflicting with other parties, this command. So when you run this command, you run and you check if maybe similar parties were applied there in the past. Okay, if there's any conflicting patch. In case there's a conflict, it will display. Okay, and it will give you it will give you two options, you have two options for that. Okay, if the exact number has been applied already, okay, you just have to contact Oracle support back. Okay, that is already been applied because they're the one who told you to apply it, right, to fix your issue. Maybe they sent you to the wrong one. I don't know. So just get back to them. But if only a subset has been applied, you may tell them, you may still proceed. Let me take an example of what I mean by subset. Let's assume that is the patch I want to apply. Okay, the patch ID itself is 299-18340. But this patch, if you apply it, it has multiple sub patches, right? Subsets. You can see different numbers. So by applying that one, you apply all these sub patches, this one, all these, right? Someone else can come and apply one by one. But if you apply this one, 257, no, this one, you apply all these patches at once. Okay, now in case one of these has already been applied, maybe through another patch, right? Another patch set, and one of these has already been applied, but others have not been applied, you're good. You should proceed, okay? Oracle will hold back that one and apply it again, okay? But if all these have already been applied, that means if this patch itself has already been applied in the past, get back to Oracle support. You may need now to, if it's DataGuard, it gives you instruction and you go to the documentation on DataGuard. Let me see if this document is also, I cannot share this document because it's Oracle support. So for DataGuard, it gives instruction just for DataGuard, right? Stop the MRP, stop the listener. If it's rack, you stop the services, CRS, you stop this. So, and you apply the patch. So depending on the, if it's whether it's single instance, rack or DataGuard configure, you may use different document. So these are some prerequisites, okay? And you may put, you patch, you just need to run patch apply, okay? Canvas, we detail what is about on Canvas. Whatever you see there is already simplified on Canvas, okay? After this document, I will come here and I will explain to you guys some keyword on Canvas. So when you apply the patch, you have to go through the post-patch operation, okay? Some of the post-patch will be to shut down, start up, because the database was already down, right? You start up, if it's a standalone, if it's multi-tenant, you do the same thing. No log, because you don't want to generate logs, okay? You go to the OPatch, if it's 12C, right? Because this one is 12C, this scenario is for 12C. Let me see if you have 11G here. Because for 12C, you will see data patch verbose, okay? As I made mention of right here, okay? So this is also located, this one is located normally under, this one is, okay, I think it's under OPatch. You will see that you use data patch verbose. But cat bundle is not there. Cat bundle is RDBMS admin. So you use data patch verbose in order to bring the database at the same level as the, okay, as the software. And for pluggable database, you see here that it is recommended to the install step be run on all pluggable databases. Okay. So that means you only open creating certain PDB in a single. Okay. So it means you also have to be running this on when the pluggable are also open in order to apply data patch verbose. You can see here, other pluggable database, all open all pluggable at the same time. You use data patch verbose. For you guys, since it's 11G, you will use cat bundle, okay? And it's a bit different. So, okay, I think it's the one here. No. Okay. Okay, this is for non-rack. What was this one about? Step data for standalone versus CCCDB. This one is for, okay. Anyway, somewhere if I pay attention, there's a difference somewhere. So, okay. What was this one about? Patch push the installation. Okay, this is for the installation. Okay. Okay, this is after you deinstall. That means if you want to, to hold back. Okay. You may still need to, after you perform the patch holdback, right? Patch holdback. Okay. You will still run the data patch in order to hold back the patch you apply. Like this patch holdback, you run that one. Okay, you should run for 11G, you run cat bundle. For 12C, you run data patch. Okay. And below will just be some known issues box. Okay. Document related to all the issues, references you can find there. Okay. Some errors. You need more document on known issues. You can click. And yeah. And that's it. Okay. So is there any question up to this level before I jump to Bronte? Okay, let's just take a few minutes break, 10 minutes. We come back. Okay, 10 minutes, we come back. That's it, and we complete the PowerPoint. Okay, so let's come at 7:20, and I can proceed from here. So let's go and grab a bottle of water and before we proceed. Okay. So guys, so we're saying this document is available in Oracle support and Bronte. So we walk you through the steps of how to apply a patch. And I just want to pick some few points in order to explain. You guys will learn some new stuff here, like how to use the OPatch. Okay, check the inventory of all the patches that have been applied in the past in the environment. Also,
So what about the export command up?
now the export is just to set it's another way of setting the environment for this patch. Okay, let me tell you why is they put this one. Because in order for you to call a tool, right, you have to, unless you set for you guys, for instance, when you guys want to call SQL Plus, you guys know why you are able to get to SQL Plus because you set the Oracle environment. And if you pay attention to your batch profile, you will see that your batch profile somewhere you export a path. But here it was not OPatch, it was Oracle Home in your batch profile. So that's why you guys don't need to go to CD to Oracle Home /bin before you call SQL Plus. Otherwise, if you guys don't set the batch profile, you may need to be using the export command manually. So if somebody doesn't have, there's some environment where you don't use the batch profile. So in that scenario, if you want to connect to database, you will do export Oracle Home, you put the path, export Oracle SIG, you put the database name, and you may put export path, you put now the path. So once you do this, you don't need to go to this location in order to call the tool. That's what it means. But if you don't do the export part, you may need to CD to Oradata OPatch before you call this tool that is under OPatch. That's the reason why we have this export. Okay?
Okay. All right, cool.
All right. So we give you the inventory if there's any patch already installed. You guys don't have any, I'm sure. So you guys will see. You may need to check, how many sessions are there. Okay. Very important so that the application team can, because for the patch to be applied, the database has to be down. So that means you may ask those users to either roll back their transaction, right? But anyway, they are already notified. So they won't be surprised on this because before you patch, since you will have to contact them for approval, so you guys will schedule a maintenance window for patching. Okay, that can be night, that can be on weekend. And now, now during that maintenance window, they will bring down the application. That means they will stop accessing the database. Okay, and what happened is the GBA, you will set the blackout. What is the blackout? Normally in the environment we have monitoring jobs, so that in case the database goes down or for any failure, right, or any failure in the system or database, your monitoring job will read the log files and will send an incident, an email to you or a ticket, will trigger a ticket for you, depending on how severe the issue is. So that is how those monitoring jobs run, and they run frequently in an environment. Every 5 minutes, every 10, depends, right? So in this scenario, because you are trying to bring down the database and the listener, all those stuff on purpose, you don't want to get paid. You don't want to receive a ticket, right? Because you don't want those monitoring jobs to send you a ticket. So for that scenario now, in order to prevent, okay, in order to avoid, getting, in order to avoid receiving a ticket, you may set the blackout. That blackout now, when you set the blackout, you can now bring down the database and other services. And now you will not receive any ticket. When you are done with the maintenance, you unset the blackout, okay, to fix the issue. So that blackout can be set on OEM. It can also be set using some script, okay. on the operating system or database operating system. I set it at operating system level most of the time. So that means when you check sessions, visualizations, if they are not, because this is you, okay, but this is not you. There can be idle session, there can be inactive session, right? Okay, there can be inactive session or orphan sessions, right? You know, you can have inactive session like you are connected to the database, okay? Let's assume you are connected to the database, but you are not, maybe yeah, there are multiple scenarios. Let's assume that you are connected and maybe for any reason, your computer goes down, okay? Your session is still there because you did not exit, okay? You did not exit the session, right? You did not exit the database. Then you are connected to Oracle and suddenly, maybe either your laptop start hanging or for any reason, right? Anything on your end, your session will still stay there, okay? You will still stay there as inactive. And sometimes that can cause issues for performance related. Let's assume you were running a GML and you did not commit, okay? But your laptop was hanging. That GML is still there waiting for you to commit. So it will prevent others from running similar GML, okay? So that is an example of why you can also find a lot of inactive. You see here, you don't see exactly the session, but you see that we have a non-zero sessions without maybe username. So that can happen a lot. So that's why sometimes when we are having database hanging due to a high number of sessions sometimes, and the database hanging, you will find some people restarting the database in the worst case scenario or kill those sessions, okay? If you can kill them, you will select SID, something like that, in order to kill them as well. So the requirement is for the application, schema. You will make sure that you stop the application schema. You ask them to, to stop connecting, okay, to bring it down so that you don't have any application schema. This is you, so you will be connected. So it's normal. Another requirement for you may be to check invalid object, okay? If an object became invalid for any reason, statistics or any reason, you will see that here. And you guys will run a script in order to recompile those invalid objects. UTL RP.SQL. Okay, so another thing will be for you to learn how to take a backup using tar command. Arman takes database related files backup, like data file, control file, SP file. But you never hear somewhere that Arman took a backup of the listener.ora, the allelog, the trace file. Never, right? So in order to take operating system files backup, you may need to use the tar command. The tar command will back up your file and will compress it at the same time. So you guys will learn how to take the backup using the tar command from anywhere you want. It backs up and it compresses it for you. And you will also see the way of applying patch. You just use opatch, you use apply. You can put the path of the patch. You guys go to this path, you will see that this is the path you guys have. Download, PSU, GB. By doing this, you apply the patch at the OS level and we patch for you. We ask you some details like Oracle support. Okay. We check conflict. We tell you that this is what will be applied. There's a place where we ask you your Oracle support email. And you will skip, right? Because you don't have it. Okay. And later on now, since it's 11G, right? You guys will run cat bundle because it's located under RDBMS admin, Oracle Home RDBMS admin. You can run a cat bundle and check again if there's a command here in order to check, okay, the new, the status of the Oracle binaries, whether they have been updated to the latest version. You can also check again, if there's any invalid object. Okay. If even after the patch, if there's any invalid object using this command, okay, and if there's any one, you will run again the script to compile those invalid objects, which is rp.sql. And OPAS status, you can issue OPAS LS inventory in order to see all the patches that have been applied. Okay, so you can see now that the latest one should be this one. Okay, the patch ID you apply, you should see that it's this one. You can issue OPAS LS inventory, grep this, and you will see. So this is the same step for the other one. This one you may follow that. You may not see all the exact command here for everything, okay? But you can use this. So it's available in Canvas for you. Now let me round up the PowerPoint, okay? Some of the important part of the PowerPoint. How does upgrade works? Oh, okay. That is something you guys will keep in mind, okay? We patch binaries, right? We don't patch data. So it means what? If you have an Oracle database that is 1 GB, the size of the database is 1 GB, and you patch it, right? And the patching of that gigabyte is 30 minutes, okay? If you add some data in that database, okay, you add data, you insert in the table, and in the database later on becomes 10 GB of, now has 10 GB of data, it doesn't mean that the time it takes to patch the database will also be 1 hour or 30 minutes times 10. Okay, so don't think that the size of the database will always impact how long the patch will take. Okay, so don't always look at it that way. So because what Oracle actually patches, it patches all the information in the data dictionary tables called base tables, right? Those tables that are in the data dictionary. So all that is what Oracle patches. And whatever metadata that's related to table spaces, tables, any other objects, those information are in the dictionary. Okay, that is what Oracle updates. Okay, it updates the views, update internal views, base table, update data dictionary. Those are what are updated. The user's data will never be updated. We are not updating, we are not patching users' data. Okay, so that means the size of the database doesn't matter a lot when it comes to patches. Okay, so that's something you guys should know. I'll put an example here in order to explain what I just said. I said that if you have a 5 terabyte database and a 75 terabyte database, if the 5 terabyte database will take an hour to be upgraded, okay, or to be patched, then the 75 terabyte database may take the same amount of time or slightly a bit higher, okay, more than an hour. That means maybe 90 minutes, okay, or maximum 2 hours. Just because maybe you added some small metadata on that database, right? Maybe you added some column, you created some, some objects, and those objects generated additional metadata. That is what can increase slightly the time, the upgrading time, okay? So, but don't make calculation based on the size. Don't say because it's 5 terabyte, I just try to see the ratio and calculate. That's something you should pay attention to, okay? Okay, this one is explained here, okay? Whatever is here, the same here, okay? So before the upgrade, okay, these 2 parts only, this line. So again, before you upgrade, right? Before you want to decide you want to upgrade, you have to confirm to the application whether the new version is supported. I think I explained this. Okay, if the vendor is SAP or Oracle, whatever, you have to confirm with them whether where you are going is supported. If yes, then you proceed. The first thing you guys need to do is the pre-upgrade. Okay, the pre-upgrade is something that is done a week or two before. Why? Because we need enough time so that in case we find something wrong, we have enough time to fix it before the day of the upgrade. So let's assume that a week before, I try to run the pre-upgrade because there's a tool called the pre-upgrade utility that will tell me what has to be fixed on the database before I upgrade it. So let's assume that a week before, it tells me that we are having some issues, okay, some objects that are invalid or so on, and you cannot, and it may take some time, right, for you to resolve. Then you can resolve it before the day of the upgrade, okay? You can get Oracle support or get whatever resource you have available and fix the issue, okay? So what you do before the day of the upgrade is you take backup of the database, full backup. Also, this one is optional. Backup the Oracle Home and Airwire inventory. It's optional because the database will be moving from one software to another one. So the previous software will not have any impact. So it's optional to take a backup of the Oracle Home and Air or Aura inventory when you're upgrading the database. You will run this script in order to recompile invalid objects. If you have invalid object, as you guys saw on Canvas, the command to find invalid object, that will take longer. So that's why a week before or a couple of days before, you may need to gather statistics. And before as well as pre-upgrade, you may need to install the software, right? The highest version. If you are moving from 11.2.1 to 11.2.4, you may need to install 11.2.4 on a different home location. Run the pre-upgrade utility to check if there's something that you can fix before you upgrade. If there's any issue, you fix it. And okay, this one is the day of the upgrade, okay? This one is not pre-upgrade. So this step number 4 is not in the right place because you cannot shut down the database 2 weeks before. So in order for me not to share this with the next class, you guys may need to update your document.
Mr. Gaita.
So yes.
Oh, you okay? I'm seeing this one like cleanup processes. Is it accurate to clean up, like you stop all the Oracle processes running on the server before doing the update?
We get this. Okay, the cleanup. I'm still here. I will explain the other one. Okay. No worries. Okay. So the day of the upgrade, right? You will notify the application team, bring down all the services, Enterprise Manager list in the database. Okay. You copy the databases and network folder, like if you want to know your data files, you want to the listener, the TLS name, all those stuff, you may need to copy them to the new Oracle Home. The ORATAB, you may need to update the ORATAB if in manual method, but if you're using GBUA, you may not need ORATAB. And you need to shut down the database. It's already down, right? you may need to start up upgrade. This method is upgrade mode. So the database is open to be upgraded. If you run this script, this is for 11G, right? Cat upgrade.sql. So if the upgrade anything, it goes smoothly, okay, runs smoothly. The next step is to know, okay, to shut down again and start the database normally, okay, and make sure that you are starting the database from the new home. Check again invalid object and recompile if needed, and run a post-upgrade script, because there's a script that you will get on the Oracle Home RGBMS. It will give you there. You run it again to validate, right, whether during the upgrade something went wrong, some object became invalid. You can use the script to recompile them. Some object became invalid or some stuff has to be fixed. You will run the post-upgrade script in order to get more details. Another important stuff, parameter, very important, compatibility parameter. If I upgrade database from 11.201 to 11.204, and 11.204 has some features, I have to change the compatibility parameter, right? That is on the P file. I have to change it and set it to the latest version. Otherwise, you won't be able to use the features of that version. What does it mean? So after the upgrade from 11.201 to 11.204, you need to set this parameter so that you can start taking advantage of 11.204 features. Same thing, you are going from 11.204 to 12C. You may need to set the compatible parameter to 12 to take advantage of 12C new features. Okay. Now, this is not something you will do that easily because it also have another impact, another crazy impact on the database. What happens is you will take some time before you execute this. After the upgrade, you will not just run it right after the upgrade. You need to give some time to the application team in order for them to test their code in the new version. They will test their code, they will perform all their testing. Even you will perform some testing to see if you miss anything during the upgrade. Okay, if any object got missed or if some stuff are not working properly, you may need to perform those tests. And that test can take weeks, sometimes it can go up to 1 month. So that is what can help you to hold back in case things doesn't work out well for you. But you have enough time, your application team, they have enough time to test their packages, their jobs, okay, and they can assess the performance. So if things are good, now you move to the compatible. You set the compatible parameter because the test has already been performed. If it's not working out well for them, despite the troubleshooting, everything, they're not having a good experience, it'll be easier for you to hold back. So you don't need to set the compatible. So you set this one after the testing. Because what? If you set this, and if you set this, and you want to hold back, it becomes more difficult to hold back using GBU or manual. You may just try to export data from that database and import it in the previous version. But it will be more difficult for you to hold back using the tool you used before. So that's why this parameter is something you should pay attention to after the upgrade. Don't just change it like that. Give some time to the application team to test their code. Once you change it now, you can check the component version if they have been upgraded and stop and start the database. Why? Because if I set the compatible parameter, it is scoped SP5. I need to stop and start my database. So once everything is done, that's the post upgrade. The last stage is the cleanup process. Okay. Why are we cleaning up? Because let's assume I'm upgrading from 11.201 to 11.204. That means 11.201 has its Oracle Home, 11.204 has Oracle Home. Why will I keep two Oracle Home empty? Unless there's another database that's running on this home. that won't be upgraded, right? You will keep it. But if the database was the only one on this software, you won't need to keep it, right? So you may need to uninstall the old Oracle Home, okay, to avoid, being charged for licensing, or also to save some space. You uninstall it, okay, and you take a fresh backup of the new database that got upgraded to the highest version. Okay, that is part of the cleanup process. So you're just cleaning up all the messes or all the whatever was on the previous version, you clean up. You see that we just talked about Oracle Home, but before we clean up, we copy the listener, any network related stuff, right? Because that was part of the step. Copy network related folder. Okay, so that means if I delete and install the Oracle Home, at least I already copied all the network related files before. So that's something you'll be doing, cleaning up behind you. This step as I just explained here, okay? The procedure is the same for Oracle 12c. You may have some slight differences when it comes to scripts. Okay, maybe just the script will change. Maybe you will see pre-upgrade. Just the script will change basically, okay? Like for 11G, you have UTL something on the pre-upgrade. On 12C, you have this one. You have cat CTL to upgrade now. Cat CTL, okay. Shell script with cat upgrade. So just the script will change, but the procedure is the same. So I think that's it with upgrade and patching when it comes to concept. Any question?
So I've asked a question about the cleanup with
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Okay, about like killing the Oracle processes, is it necessary when you're doing the upgrade?
Killing just means shut down the databases. If you just shut down the database, that's it. It's enough.
Okay. What about like killing listener, shutting down listener?
You said database services, right? So that's why I said stop the database. Now, other stuff, you should stop the listener and stop the enterprise manager if it's running. Right?
Even when you're using DBCA?
Yes, even in GBC, you can still shut down all those stuff.
I wanted to say DBUA.
DBUA, I mean, yeah. Shut them down. Shut down all those services before you upgrade.
So about my previous question, like when you take a backup and you later delete the Oracle Home, what would you do? What can you do?
If you already upgraded, you don't need that home anymore, so there's no problem.
No, I'm saying you deleted your live location.
What do you mean by deleting your live location?
Like where all your data files are kept, your control files are kept.
You deleted the physical data, the physical files?
Yes.
Or you took a backup?
You took a backup, but you took a backup before upgrading.
But you may need to, if you have a backup before upgrading, do you also lost the control file?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys learned that on DB1. The control file you can get, first of all, you can find the SP file, okay, to put in normal stage. You can recreate the control file manually, okay? You can rebuild the control file manually. Either the snapshot control file that is on RMAN in the RDBMS, in the GBS location, there's a snapshot control file there. You can go to the alert log. The alert log can also, most of the time, it can also provide you an example of control file. So it will help you to build the control file manually. Once you can build the control file manually to mount the database, you can now go to RMAN and restore and you recover using and restoring the backup. It will help you to bring back the data file. Okay, so they can upgrade.
So
Yes.
so I'm just wondering. So those old backups you took is still gonna be good with your new upgrade?
No, that backup you took was just to hold back. What I just explained is your hold back. It just reconstruct the database that because you lost the data files, right?
Yes.
So you use it, rebuild the database. Now, once you are able to rebuild the database, okay, now that backup is useless because after the upgrade, that backup is useless. It's just used for holdback purpose.
Right.
When you upgrade, right after the upgrade, you should take a new backup. Right after the upgrade, the best practice is to take a new backup, a fresh backup, full backup, okay? Because if something goes wrong in the new version where you are, the previous backup can no longer help you, okay? Because the sequence will start from fresh. So you may need to take a brand new backup right after the upgrade.
So what type of what method of backup is advisable?
It's up to you. If your database archive lock mode, you can take you can use Arman level 0 backup or full backup. Okay. If your database is not in archive lock mode, you have to take a user managed backup, or you can use the tar command to take data files backup at the OS level. So it's up to you, but whatever method you want, either user managed or Arman full backup is fine. It will help you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Any question? All right. So if there's no question, you guys can just go to, the download directory in order to get all these patches. If you list, you will see that you have Oracle all patch utilities here. So if you list this OPatch utility, you will see the zip file here. So you need to unzip it. Okay? Unzip it wherever you want. If you guys want to unzip it right from here, it's okay. You want to unzip it under other data, you may need to issue a command like unzip and you put the path where you want it to be unzipped. That's where you have the patch. You can use this one, okay? Or use the one in Oracle Home. The patches you guys need to apply are these. You go to PSU patches 11.203. The path or download PSU patches April. So if you list here, we see GBGI. GB for databases, single instance. GI for grid infrastructure is rack. Or grid infrastructure is whenever you have a software. It's not always rack, right? But if you have a grid infrastructure in your environment, you'll be using this one. But we mostly use this one in rack. So I'll be talking more about grid infrastructure and clusterware in rack. So we will go to database because that's where you guys need to go. Yeah. You will see this number. Yeah. So we see the path, right? So if you list, Both patches, patch IGs. The 20, this one, you see the IG, go to canvas, you find that they are there. You see the number, right? 204-6-2020. 204-6-2020. This is the one. Okay. You see the other one? 202-99017. 202-99017. So you should apply them separately, right? Now let's see what is under each of them. The first one, you see that there's subset of patches, right? So you see that by applying this one I just listed, you will be applying all these. There's a README file. So this README file, HTML, you can copy to your local machine and open it in the web browser, or you can open the text one right from here. To apply the other one, you guys will also see it's only one, okay? You just apply this one straight like this because it's alone. It doesn't have subset, okay? It also have a README file, also have a post installation script even. This one also on the README file, you should see a whole bar, okay? Also post install script, post install script, okay? So yeah, so that is where those stuff are located, okay? To download, you will find this step is to be performed on we know where it should be performed, right? It's to be performed on this step is to be performed on this level, right? So Monday, everybody should have installed this and created a database at least, right? Using DBCA. Oh, so at least question 1 and question 2 should be completed. I don't even know why I did not pass. So you should create a database at least from Monday. Okay, Wednesday, you should have upgraded from here to here. Friday, this one, and next Monday, this one. Okay, so if you guys are faster, you can complete it before. That's also good, right? You can help us maybe to learn if other people use other methods. You don't know, so but it's up to you guys. You guys have up to Monday of the second week after next week to complete everything. And I use the Oracle Home I want everybody to use so that you guys don't have, issues again. Why some of you will try to use the Guard or Golden Gate. I don't want confusion again. So everybody should follow this. Okay, guys. I think we are good for today. If there's any question, please just ask before we log out.
Hi, please, I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
So I was trying to do question 2, and it asked me to install the listener to do the listener first. But then the port that I wanted to use, it kept telling me that there's another listener using that port on the database, but I know the server was clear. So I tried different ports, but then it kept telling me the same thing.
What do you want to listener? What do you want? Okay, you wanted to create a database on 11.201.
Yes.
Okay. So just comment out, if you want the database to be here, just make sure that you can rename the listener on the other one, the listener in the order on 11.203 and 12.1. So if you are trying to create the listener on this one, so rename the listener on other software. and try again. In case you work on it Monday, okay?
Okay, but I have a question. So, but they don't come with the listener already, do they?
No, they come with the listening in the order, but they don't come with the listening.
Okay.
They may come with the listening in the order, okay? They may come with that. You can check, right? If you do have it, that's good, okay? But normally, right, you should not have that error. Maybe, anyway, I want you to try. In case it doesn't work, you validate that Monday. Maybe so it was not cleaned properly, or there's something wrong. Like one of your classmates this morning had something wrong with his batch profile, so the cleanup was not good, and we had to fix the issue in the morning because he had that issue long time after the cleanup. So if your issue persists, okay, I looked into it on Monday. Okay.
So please, what was your suggestion again? What should I do? You say comment out on the,
Now I said
because they don't, I checked, they don't have listener.ora, they just have like the samples, but they don't have that.
Oh, really? Okay, if in that case, that's something I should check, okay? That's something to be checked. Yeah, something to be checked. I don't know if tonight I will have time. I have a patching to do. Is a data patching. Okay. Anyway, just drop your student number in case, okay? I have dropped it out to my WhatsApp in case I have time tonight. I'll get your VNC and I will check that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, another question, guys? Okay, so, okay, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay, Monday, I have somebody who I want to invite to talk to you guys. You will join here, somebody who is also working. I always like some other people to come and talk to you guys, different, okay, other different people, okay? I don't, if I'm the only one to give you stories, some of you may not believe sometimes, right? Because I'm the teacher. So sometimes I always, because it's now remote, some of them feel difficult to get. But I have one guy who will talk to you guys, an elder brother in Brontech, will come and share his experience with you. Okay. That is also good. That is always good for, you know, for the morale, because it always helps a lot of people who are finding the program difficult at some point based on, okay, due to challenges. Just his story can help you sometimes to know that it can be okay. You should not give up. And it boosts a lot of people, and it helps you to stay in the program, to keep up, to believe that this thing is real. Yeah. And you can ask any question you want to ask to him. Ask to him. If I log in on Monday and I forget to present the guy, please remind me. Maybe I will forget, right? So because I already set the appointment with him, you just come and talk for a few minutes before we start. So yes, that's what we do on Monday. Monday, the group that is presenting should tell us how they install. They should not do that right live in front of us. They explain to us how they install this. Just tell us how they did it, and I will take questions, and also that guy was going to talk to you guys. And anything else, I think, any other troubleshooting, if you have any troubleshooting, we work on it Monday. I think that's all what we have for Monday. Okay. So, okay, guys, have a good weekend and see you Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thanks.